Hey guys, here is the recording for the introduction to dimensional analysis. This is similar to chemistry when we were doing stoichiometry, or when you guys were doing stoichiometry last year, and you would convert from atoms to molar mass to moles to particles. Now, here in physics, we're doing the same thing. We're just going from kilometers to meters or from pounds to kilometers and different units like that. So let's go ahead and begin. You should be on page 12, so I guess you would write it right here. And the name of this set of notes is Dimensional Analysis. Okay. All right. So in the United States, we use what we call the metric system, and we practice these conversions when we are converting from one unit to another. So the best way to start is looking at the format of how you convert, okay? So for example, this is your main template. Okay, so basically here, this is what you start with. Right here, okay? So regardless if it's centimeters or millimeters or any other unit, whatever it gives you, you plug here, okay? Here is your actual conversion. So if you're starting with meters and you're trying to go to centimeters, you look at your conversion chart that you should have gotten from the sub, that should have been placed on page 11, okay? And you look at what you're converting so that you end up with the unit that you need. Okay? So once again, this is what you're starting with. You use the conversions on your sheet, and this is the unit that you're trying to get. Okay? So let's go ahead and do some examples. Okay? So number one, we're going to go from 7.3 meters to centimeters. Okay? So we set up our table, and remember here it's what you start with. So it's 7.3 meters. Okay? And then if we look at our conversion chart, and let me go ahead and get one out here. All right. So it looks like, based on the chart, you have 1 meter for every 100 centimeter. And once again, I got this on my conversion chart that you should have gotten from the sub. Okay, so whenever you're trying to move units, you always want to put the unit that you're trying to convert on the bottom. That way it can cancel out. You want to cancel this out and end up only with the unit that you're looking for. Okay, once you cancel that out, then the key is to multiply across top and bottom, then you divide, and then you get your answer. So 7.3 times 100 is, is 730 centimeters, okay? So that would be your answer, okay? So now I went from 7.3 millimeters to 730 centimeters, okay? So these values are the same, you're just giving them in different units, okay? So let's try a different one. Let me go ahead and erase here. And remember that you can always pause to finish writing the notes. Okay? So, number 2. Okay? So you're going to convert 200 pounds to kilograms. So let's go ahead and set up the table. Here, you're going to put what you have. So I have 200 pounds. Okay? And I'm looking from conversions from pounds to kilograms. So I look at my conversion chart and I can see that for every 1 pound you get, and I'm going to round this number, 454 kilograms. Okay? Now I've canceled this out. Okay? I multiply 200 times 0.454, which gives me 90.8. And then 1 divided by this is the same number. So your answer ends up being 90.8 kilograms. Okay? And once again, you need your chart in order to be able to do these conversions. Okay? You can't do it without your chart. So let's do another one. So we will use 9,460 centimeters to meters. Okay? So let's go ahead and put our chart. All right, so you've got 9,460 centimeters here. Then from there, I look at my conversion chart and it looks like for every 100 centimeters, you get 1 meter. Okay? Now this has canceled out. You multiply this divided by 100. And then when you calculate that, okay, you get 94.6 meters. Okay? All right, let's do one more. Okay. All right, so let's do, okay, 13.89 kilometers. Okay, and we're going to meters. So let's put 13.89 kilometers. Oop, I went out. Okay, sorry. There we go. Okay, so according to our conversion chart, for 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Okay, so we multiply this and we get 13,890 meters, and then divided by 1 is itself, so this is our conversion. All right, now that we have finished that, now we're going to look at when there's multi-steps, okay? All right. So now we're going to do multi-steps. So let's take 365 grams and convert it to pounds. Okay, so let's go and make our chart. This is what we have, 365 grams. Okay. Now, we're going to go from grams to kilograms. Okay. We can't jump from grams to pounds. We have to go from small to bigger to bigger to bigger. So for every 1,000 grams, you get 1 kilogram. Now we can go from kilograms to pounds. So 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. Okay. Once we have that canceled out and that canceled out, we'll end up with pounds, which is what we are looking for. Okay. So we multiply 365 times 1 times 2.2 and we get 803. And then over 1 because, over 1,000. Excuse me. Because it's 1,000 times 1. Calculate that and you end up with 0.803 pounds. And this is because I rounded it. So on the calculator, you're going to have more decimals and I rounded it. All right. Let's do another problem. Let's do 5 gallons, 2 cups. Okay? So, 5 gallons, for every 1 gallon, you get 4 quarts according to your conversion chart. Okay, then you go from quarts to pints. Now you can go from pints to cups, which is what you are looking for. Once you have all that, multiply everything across here and get your answer, which is 80. Multiply everything across here, we'll end up with 1. And your answer is 80 cups. Okay? This is 2 steps, this is 3 steps. Okay? You just got to make sure that you keep canceling out until you get to the one you need. Okay? So I'm going to stop here. This is the first video. And then I'm going to continue on the second video, more example problems.